Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. You'll find all my social media links down below, as well as the link to my new yarn shop Skein Appeal, where you can get the roving that I will be showing you how to spin today on the EE Nano. So, I have been using this for several months. So basically it's this tiny electric spinning wheel. I originally tried a drop spindle kit that was sent to me by Knit Picks, and it was fun, but it was really difficult on my hands and shoulders. So I decided to invest in one of these. I didn't want to get one of the really expensive fancy $1,000 spinning machines in case I didn't like it. So I looked around online and I found a company called Dreaming Robots. I'll leave their link down in the description box as well. They have some very affordable electric spinners. I got this mini version. I think it was around $115 US plus shipping. They also have a bigger size, but I went for the little, basically it's considered a travel size. You can see, so I have tiny hands. It's small. It's not very big, but it is a great machine to learn how to spin on, and give it a try to see if you even like spinning or not. So I've been spinning up some of this gray roving by Lily and Pine Fiber Arts, so I could have some just neutral hand spun to pair with some of my more colorful hand spun. So I am going to show you how to change out the bobbins on this. That's why what I did, and because I saw this online, it was recommended, you should tape a little leader piece of just scrap yarn onto your bobbin, so that way, and tape it down so it doesn't shift, so that way you have something to hook your fiber into, and this starts the spinning for you basically in order to pull it onto the bobbin. So I basically just a little loop, taped it down, and then tied another little knot at the end, so there's a circle that I can attach the fiber to. And now, just another note that I have learned, you might immediately go, like I did, oh, I'm learning, I should buy some really cheap roving to practice with. Don't. I've definitely found there is a big difference between very affordable roving and something like this, which is a bit pricier. It will make learning just so much more enjoyable because it is so much easier to work with. When I was first trying to learn, I was using an expensive roving because I didn't want to use the fancy roving I had bought. And I ended up having to use the fancy roving, and it was just like, wow, this is like night and day. So don't skimp on your roving. One of my favorite places to get roving, besides my new yarn shop, is Divinity Fibers. Oh, we have a little guest star. Okay. I don't know if Minerva just thinks this gray fiber is like her because it's so similar to her. Oh, hello. But yeah, she's been way more interested in me spinning this gray fiber than any other fiber. Not sure what the best angles to film this from is going to be, so I'll start from the top, and I'll also probably take some shots from the side and insert those so you can see. So as you can see, I've already started this, but I'm going to take it off so you can see how to change the bobbin and how to start a new spin. So I'm going to be spinning 2 of these anyway, because I'm going to do double ply. So there's this kind of like elastic that hooks in on the side. You just want to take that up. There's also another band here that you want to lift off. And then you need to pull this front piece out. I need to make sure I pull my fiber out. Okay. And then you basically just lift it up, holding this back end, because the sky just comes off. And so you just slide him off. I'm just going to take a moment to unhook my fiber. Okay, so this guy's off. So you take your bobbin, put it on, put this little guy back on, stick it into place, take this guy, pop it back in, then make sure the elastic is hooked into place. And this is your tension control in the back here. So when you're learning, you do have to play with your tension quite a bit to learn what works for you and what works the fiber that you're currently working with. And so then you need to loop your leader thread. Ooh, I can grab it through these little silver hooks on the side here, and it comes with this little like hook guy that stays down here by magnets, and so you feed it through to both of them on one side. We're caught. And then through the front hole here. So insert, pull through, put this guy back. One other thing you want to make sure is when you're spinning, so you have the way it spins will either be clockwise or counterclockwise. And so I like to spin my individual or singles in Z twist. And then when I'm applying them together, you have to do the opposite of whatever you spin your singles, as otherwise they won't ply properly. So we are in Z position. And so what you're going to do is, so I already have a little piece torn off, but you will just kind of pull off a piece of roving to start. And I like to kind of work with some smaller pieces as opposed to too much at once. And so I just kind of pull a little bit to get started. And then you basically take that loop that I showed you earlier, put a little bit in like that. And now this is just what I've learned works for me. So you have it hooked a little bit. I just kind of like rub it together a little bit. Still doesn't fully stick, but it like, so hold it. Then you're gonna turn the dial. And you're just gonna turn it up a little bit until it starts to spin. And then you just kind of let go a little bit. Pull a little bit of fiber. And just let it start to spin. I can actually turn the speed down right now for this. So when I first started, I was pulling out large chunks. And I know this looks like it's crawling. It will speed up as you start spinning. You just need to get a little bit built up on the bobbin, I've found. Ooh. You have to be careful that, you know, sometimes it will snap and you'll have to like put it back through. So we're gonna turn the speed up just a little bit. And so there are all kinds of different ways that you can draft the fiber. What I'm doing right now, I'm pretty sure it's called like a backwards draw. So you pull the chunk of roving back, and then there's forward where you kind of feed it into the machine, and then there's something called long draw, which I'm honestly not very good at, so I'm just not going to show you that. So as you can see, I'm just pulling out like a very little bit. Like this is very light. Let me just push this back so you can see. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so now there's a little bit bigger of a chunk, but is what it is. And so sometimes it'll start to like spin faster and it kind of catches itself. So one thing I had to learn was the fiber that you're holding in your hand. I was holding it like really tight, and you can't do that or it won't spin. So you need to just kind of barely hold it, so that way when you're pulling on these fibers, just a little bit comes out. Because otherwise, if you're holding it like I was, look, I can't tug on that. And now I've made a bit of a blob there, but that's okay. And you know, it's never going to be perfect. It's not going to look like store-bought yarn, but that's, you know, at least for me, part of the appeal. It's not commercial. It doesn't look like something that you could just go buy in the store. It's unique to you. And so I've gotten better at just playing on a couple fibers to make these kind of really thin singles, and then I'll double ply it. So I'll put both together to make a double ply. You can also do triple ply. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, this probably wasn't the most in-depth tutorial. There are better tutorials out there, but you know, this is just kind of showing you a little bit of what the machine looks like, how to take the bobbin on and off, and just kind of some tips for, you know, don't hold your fiber too tightly. Go slow, especially at the beginning, and just honestly practice, and you're going to get parts that are thicker and thinner. It's impossible for you to get it perfectly 100% even. Like I said, that's not what hand spun is for. So if you are a hand spinner and you know you're looking for a little portable machine, or if you're wanting to try spinning, I definitely recommend this. Like I said, I'll leave a link down below. I think right now they are having, I don't think they're shipping again until the spring because they're having some issues with supplies. But you know, it's a great little machine. I really enjoy spinning, and I'm really enjoying this new fiber. This is actually my first time spinning with Lily & Pine, and it's beautiful. We still have some left in the shop. I'll link that down below. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do try spinning, let me know. If you have this machine, let me know. What are your thoughts? If you don't have this machine, what machine do you have? And do you like it? So as you can see here, it's kind of like twisting back on itself, and that, just a little tip, it's supposed to do that. And this kind of shows you pretty much what it will look like when it is plied. So like, this is gonna be a pretty thin yarn, but I mean, my favorite thing to spin, or not spin, sorry, knit or crochet with is like a fingering or a DK. So yeah, you want to make sure there is some twist to it, like that. For me, that's pretty good. So yes, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you.